this? Are you doing this to make ends meet? Are you trying to do this to impress your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, their in-laws, somebody else outside yourself? Because if you're doing that, I promise you, you're going to do things recklessly. You're going to try to live up to some expectation that nobody's asked you to live up to. Ooh, wish somebody would have told me that. Because when I was 20, I was trying to do shit that nobody asked me to do. But in my mind, because I wanted to feel significant, I did it. I would overspend on dumb shit for people that didn't deserve it, didn't even love me, didn't care about me, weren't really my friends. But I was doing those things instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to focus on making ends meet. What's my goals? What's my purpose of operating this week, this trading day? What's my goal? What's my goal for the week? What's my goal for the month? What's the goal for this quarter? I wasn't doing that. I was looking at how much can I afford to trade? Because that's what I'm trading with. All in, all the time. And that's stupidity. And that's also the reason why I wasn't afraid when the account would get blown. I'm 20, I got plenty of years. I got all the time in the world. It's just going to take me a little bit harder and I'll get another job delivering pizza, work all day in the evening time. I work at Domino's and I deliver pizza. Do a magic trick at the door for the kids. And here's $5. Thank you very much. I only got to get 20 deliveries like that. And I got $100. Well, do that 6 days a week. It wasn't long. I had enough money to put in their account and I'm trading again. So that didn't deter me. That didn't cause me to fear doing the all-in type of trading because I knew what I was doing was reckless. I was making that decision to do it instead of being sober-minded about it. Not that I was drunk because I never drank alcohol, but I was drunk in the sense that I needed this to be a big play all the time and not realizing all the time I was wasting. If I just would have did small incremental gains, I would have grown more accustomed to and acclimated myself to the pressures of holding these big positions. Trading 50 contracts of Chicago Board Trade wheat on the day where they removed the limits. It was in July. And there was an issue with the crops. And this thing went nuts. And if I just would have had another cent, maybe a cent and a half, it would have stopped me out. And I would have owed money to the brokerage firm. Money that I didn't have. But it went in my favor. And I got out too soon, too short of where it really went that day. But I dodged a bullet that day. And that was the one that scared the hell out of me. Because I was like, that could have really ruined me. But you live, you learn. And I had to start thinking about, what is it I'm doing? Am I just in here playing lottery? Because that's really what I was doing. I was trying to win the lottery. And you can't do that and last long in this business because the lottery wins don't come like that. There's books written by people that, I made this much money. I had a windfall victory over here. Windfalls are not consistent. They're not likely to happen for you. They're less likely to ever happen for you than anything else. So you have to lower your expectations and have no fear about that. Don't give a shit about these people on the internet that are lying to you, saying they're killing it, they're doing this, they're trading 10 times better than that guy, but they got no fucking proof. None of that stuff. They talk out their ass. The whole time you're worrying about all that stuff. You're listening to all that stuff instead of just doing what it is that makes the most sense. The least that can be done consistently. And letting time and money management, the compounding interest of doing the same little thing over and over and over again, that's easy to accomplish. 5 handles in the E-mini S&P, 5 pips or 25 pips a week in Forex. Oh, I could do so much better than that. Okay, why aren't you retired? These same kids that talked to me, that was to me in 2019 on Twitter, want to bark at me and they're trying to hawk a system. Dude, why aren't you rich? Why aren't you proving you're making your money? Why can't you go out there and show a live account? You're showing MT4 screenshots. These people are constantly distracting you, and you're buying into that bullshit. You're being distracted, and you're not sitting down, and you're not working on yourself. You're not minding your own business. This business is not going to run itself. You have to run it. And if you're worried about Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay, and dollar menu mentorships over here, you're not going to learn how to do this for yourself. You're going to flounder and fail. And you're going to sit there and think to yourself, man, how long have I been doing this? And if you start doing that and you start taking inventory and you don't include all the bullshit that you're looking at and wasting time worrying about keeping up with the Joneses over here, this one's saying that they can do that, but they ain't got any proof. Why are you wasting time? If you have not realized that by looking around now, the world is vastly changing. It's so quickly changing. Every week, something new's coming up, and it isn't good. And your job right now, that's not fucking guaranteed. You have no idea how hard it's going to be. And if you don't put your nose into the charts and start studying, I promise you, you will be typing emails to me saying, I wish I would have fucking listened. Because I had people doing that the last 2 years. And I don't want to receive those kind of emails. They hurt because you didn't listen to me. I'm not asking you to give me anything. Don't pay me nothing. You don't send me nothing. Nothing. But you better fucking listen. Because if you don't, I promise you, you are not going to be prepared. Your jobs are not guaranteed. Your income is not guaranteed. One of your jobs, say you and your spouse are working. One of you might get sick. One of you might get ill, not be able to work. Can you keep that up and not lose your home, your cars, your health insurance, care for your children? This is a wake-up call. I'm doing this because I give a shit. I know there's going to be a lot of you that aren't going to be prepared for this. But if I do what I'm doing here and you don't do it, I have a clean conscience. You were given detailed instructions. You were talked to by someone. I care about you. I don't know you, but I care about you. All of you are on my mind all the time. Because I know you're out there fucking around, looking at stupid shit, wasting your time, and you're going to hurt yourself. Wasting time and money. Here, right here, the guy talking to you, I'm giving you my time. I'm giving you my experience. I'm holding your hand. But you got to start doing the work, because if you don't, shit's going to be turned upside down real soon. And what you think you're able to do right now to earn a living and pay for things to meet these ends, it's going to get harder. And that should scare the shit out of you. Because it does me, and I'm a multimillionaire. I'm not fearful because I know who I believe in. I know my needs will be met. But I'm fearful for my family members that aren't as equipped as I am. I'm constantly bailing out family members, helping them do things. Friends, the same way. I love these people. I don't feel like I'm being taken advantage of. I'm the first to offer it. They're not coming to me asking for it. I'm blessed to be in that situation. That's my nature. That's not virtue signaling. I'm telling you, this is something I have dealt with my entire life. Seeing other people lack and doing what I can. And some people I can't help. Like some students that come to me, they say they do all the, and they show 10 pages in a journal. It's not work. I'm not doing it. That's just writing down what you heard me say. Not going into the charts and finding it yourself and then journaling that. That's the work. That's the boring part. That takes a lot of time. It eats up a lot of time. Your football time, your boys out time, your girls night out time. And for me, it was my own family. Not going to soccer games and baseball games, missing out on that. Making sure that I had enough to take care of everybody, because I was focused on ends. I was already rich, but I know that money can go like that. And you need to get yourself prepared. And you start by having very easy objectives and let compound interest do that magic. Trust me, folks. You don't believe me? No problem. Do a spreadsheet. I don't care what you start with. Do $100. The math is there. I don't think you should be trading with $100. I mean, go back and change that, because I know I've said many times in the past where a lot of people go in and say, oh, I'm going to open up with $100. I'm going to get rich. No. You got to be properly funded. What is that? I think, honestly, if you're trading less than $10,000, you're not equipped. Not equipped to do what needs to be done. You're gonna gamble. You're gonna do things, and when you take a loss, it's gonna feel like, oh, I'm so close to not having enough money, and you'll trade recklessly. Now, $10,000, I'm talking that amount of money with micros. What? I could trade $30 at AMP. Yeah, I know you can. I can too. But that's stupid. Go into this with very easy, low-hanging fruit objectives. Something so small that you can hit easily. And don't let anybody else out there tell you, oh, you're not good. That's not enough. Oh, you suck. You're never going to get rich doing that. These same people, I'm promising you this, they're the same people that bark at me. They're working a job, folks. They're working a job. They're talking on their text and their little Twitter between their oil changing, okay, before scrubbing the floor at Walmart. Okay, they're all working. They're all working. And they're critiquing you and me. And we're out here doing it. We're calling it. I'm trading it. You're trading it. You're seeing all these other people get there getting funded. They're getting their scratch. They're not sitting on their ass. They're doing the work. They know it isn't going to fall in their lap. They're putting the work in. And you know what? Kudos. Well fucking done. That's the right thing. That's the right thing. Not sitting around just watching videos. Man, you're never going to get this doing that. You have to study. You have to dig in. You got to go into those charts and say, you know what? I'm going to defer all my wants and all my extra things, my fun stuff. I'm putting that on the side. I got time for that right now. I got business to work right now. I have a business to run. I'm building an empire. I don't have time for all these people in my life dragging me down, give me some bullshit I got to worry about. You got your own life to worry about. I'm worrying about mine. I got a family to take care of. I have a legacy to build. I have to prepare. There's some shit coming. There's a storm coming. I got to make sure I'm ready for it. There's got to be a fire under your ass. If it's not there, check out. Turn off. Don't come back to this channel. Don't look at me. Don't look at any of my videos. Don't do any of that shit, because the only thing you're going to do is going to piss and moan that it doesn't work for you because you didn't do the work. Because there's all these people around you. They're proving it. And none of them regret it. They all say one thing: I wish I would have listened sooner. And this is one of those series that I want you all to know going in. This is some really real shit. You have to get ready. Things are going to get so hard economically. You aren't ready for it. I'm not ready for it. That's why I'm steady in here. I'm trading. I am in here. Okay, I'm getting ready to hunt and do all kinds of shit in the fall. I'm ready. And I got millions. I'm not ready. So you're going to talk to me? Oh yeah, I got a funded account. I'm ready. You ain't ready. You are not ready. You got to constantly be working. But don't lose sight. Don't get stupid. Don't get in here and start making crazy bets because you want to see a windfall victory. That stuff isn't time for that. This is getting your ends meet. Getting your ends to meet every single week, every single month. Not worrying about it, because I'm going to tell you something. Scared money makes no money. If you're scared shitless, because you're probably going to lose your job. Your spouse is about ready to lose their job. Your car went up and you can't afford no $55,000 for a fucking Tacoma that's overpriced. Everything's overpriced. The limited Highlander I just replaced my 19 with, $68,000. That truck should not be $68,000. Everything's jacked up. Everything. Just because I'm ICT doesn't mean I'm exempt. I got to pay shit that's exorbitant just like anybody else does. But are you in a position where you can just go out there and just dip in? Here you go. Here's $68,000 for a new Highlander. Here's $62,000 for a Rubicon. Here's $55,000 for a Tacoma for your son. No, I didn't pay cash for that one though. But it is what it is. It still costs $55,000, right? They're in my ass for $55,000. If my son don't pay it, I got to pay for it, right? So that's an end that has to be met. So I got my thumb on my son pressing. Your ass is going to be working towards getting that bill met every single month. So now he has what? He has a fire under his ass. That's what has to happen sometimes. And when I talk to you, not all of you need these types of discussions. I am aware of that. But I have the young folks in mind because they tend to feel like everything is expected just to be given to them, and I'm reminding them that nobody owes you shit. You work for it. And if you don't work for it, you don't fucking get it.